Shalom, this is a YAHAWAH Bahasham Camp, located here, Jacksonville, Florida. First and foremost, I'd like to all praise, honor, and glory to the Father and the Son in the proper true Hebrew tongue. Call YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, Bahashem Ha Bakar Kudash Mahamaf. Also, double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS. Double honors to our apostle down here in the Lions Den Camp. YAHAWAH by Yasharala. Peace and blessing in 1/3. And salutations to those for elect. This is what it's going into, actually. Just the Lord ordaining his prophets and ultimately the servants. All right, which are the hopeful elect. And of course, it's 1/3 of the world to get salvation, but ultimately for the elect. That's that Yahweh Shai is gonna call his friends that went through the affliction. And the Lord told them they're gonna go through that. For that light burden, they gonna get heaven. They gonna get the kingdom. All right. So this is what the Lord is doing right now. He's ordaining them. He's taking it through his affliction to learn the right way, and then they'll know they'll have the proper provender. They can go through everything the correct way. So this is Isaiah. I can start from the beginning, honestly, man, because this is what the Lord is doing spiritually, and this is what's gonna happen physically. The Lord is gonna the Lord is gonna make the hopeful elect. He's gonna make them perfect, just like Yahweh Shai, man. And of course, Yahweh Shai is gonna be the main one. All the elect are gonna cast the crowns to him because he did it first. He had a perfect walk 2,000 years ago. He already did it. He just coming back for his promise. But I guess I'll just skip down Isaiah chapter 61. I'm gonna start at verse 10. Start at verse 9. It says, "And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge them. That they are the seed which the Lord hath blessed." For ultimately the hopeful elect, man. The ones that are gonna in this kingdom, they're gonna be scarcely saved, right? They're gonna be in the chariots. It's like how Noah was in the ark for 4 days, 40 nights. All right. They gonna see the destruction of this place, man. Of this place, Babylon being the lake of fire. Hell not being a physical place, but a physical place, which means Sheol, which is a low condition. All right. They're gonna see that. They're gonna be with the most. They're gonna be with Yahawah Bahashamm Yahawashi and angels, as well as they're gonna be the hopeful elect. They're gonna wake up thinking this place is a dream, and they're gonna wake up with with vengeance on their mind, ready to slay the heathens and put them in chains, for the next 1,000 years, ultimately in the kingdom when this place is done away with. All right, everyone gonna know who the kings of the earth are. Is gonna be the hopeful elect, and then lay down the line, you're gonna get more people and more people. Some like wicked Pharisees, like these wicked Pharisees now, man, who will be these pastors and ultimately these it's like camps that who do it for filthy lucre's sake, man, or just hate the Most High ultimately straight out, and probably don't get no money from it. They still hate him. So they're gonna be born later into the kingdom because they don't really deserve it. But they're gonna be born perfect though. But the Lord gonna make sure that there's a separation. You gonna know who the kings are. You gonna know who were blessed by the Most High. Verse 10 says, "I will greatly rejoice in the Lord. My soul shall be joyful in my power. For he hath clothed me with the garments of salvation. He hath covered me with the robe of righteousness. As a bridegroom decketh himself with ornaments, and as a bride adorneth herself with her jewels." This is what the Lord is doing for his elect right now, man. He ain't gonna do it in the future, perfectly, wholeheartedly. The elect don't know who they are, man. Lord will not part of the elect, and salutations to all for the hopeful elect, man. That's why it's called the hopeful elect. You're gonna hope to the day you out of here that you part of it, and if you elect, you probably gonna leave with this place Babylon, man. The Babylon don't got too much longer, man. Some of these men is only 20 or a 40 or 50, you know, younger dudes. And this place has been around for 500 years, twice the capacity which a normal kingdom would suffice. You know, this place is finna be out there very soon, man. The Lord is definitely fanning everything, man. You know, but yeah, nonetheless, that's what the Lord is going to do completely, perfectly. He's gonna make sure the bride is completely has everything they need, jewels. You know, that's what he did in the beginning. He did it. You know, he did that Genesis. He gave our people everything we needed. Of course, we we did it. We took it away from ourselves because not took it away from ourselves. The Most High did that. But we chose to follow other gods. We chose to follow other names, man. Serve other gods or not serving the God right. Either one. So that's what our people did. That's why we deserve everything that's happened to us right now. The Lord could have easily just wiped us off the map and started again, but He gave us mercy. Even though showing us good and evil, we chose our people chose the evil. But the ones that saw good and evil and chose the good, those are the ones that's gonna truly love the Most High, and spiritually and through like regeneration, reincarnation, are the ones that's gonna love Him right now, the 1/3 and hopeful elect. He said, verse 11, for as the earth bringeth forth her bud, and as a garden causes the things that are sown into a spring forth, so the Lord Yahawah will cause righteousness and praise to spring forth before all nations, man. So in the kingdom, guess what? The overlap, they gonna govern that. They're gonna be the kings, man, or the main king like King David or YAHAWASHI. That's gonna be the governing system. But these heathens are gonna be they're gonna be nothing for the next 1,000 years. They're just gonna be they're gonna be meant for thrashing. You read it again. It says that because righteousness and praise to spring forth before all nations. Yeah. So even the Lord name YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is gonna be heavenly among the heathens. The heathens are gonna have to praise the Lord. The heathens are gonna know who the elect are. And they're gonna have to praise the Lord, man. And that's why after after 1,000 years, they're gonna have to get some form of living. Esau is gonna get eradicated. Esau is gonna be right off the earth because they're wicked. They cannot be wicked, man. They are evil twin brothers, man. That's what they was made to be. They came out red like a furry garment, and ever since they've been wreaking havoc, man. Since the beginning. Of course, the heathens have been doing that. Other heathens have been doing that as well. But if we had went to the heathens, they probably would have. They serve their gods well. Even though they're heathens and they follow all types of stupid stuff. They follow their God's world. They follow their God's well. Unlike us, we need a few tries. Israel need a few tries. That's not a Lord work. Because after one try, they're gonna smack you. Well, after a few times, he'll smack your behind, and after a few times, his wrath is gonna incur. And they're gonna say they ain't have to smack your behind. You don't want that. Smack from the Lord is powerful, man. I'm gonna keep going with this, man. But yeah, it's going on the elect, man, in the kingdom. This is something to look forward to. So hopefully, exhorting as well, man, because the Lord is doing this right now. He's making sure that this the four. This like before everything goes into play. You got this truth. The Lord is telling his people that you're doing the right thing. Doing the same. You're supposed to doing the same thing as YAHAWASHI. As the days are old, follow the old path, seek the old paths. Go on the highways and byways, street corners, and tell about this kingdom, man. Rebuke this place, man. This place is horrible. We know this. Everyone know that this world is wicked, man. With the E-files, we know that the whole world is ran by Esau, the Caucasian race, and what they're doing with their time and money. Yet no one's going against it. Soon they will. Soon sedition, but that's gonna go more so into like economical class, because they not gonna have everything they got right now. So they ain't gonna have their water. They ain't gonna have like simple stuff that we have a countries don't even have, but because they are better economically, and they're not the main. They don't have to look good. But yeah, we got water all around. We got electricity all around. It don't matter as long as you can pay for, as long as you got the money for it, they'll give it to you. You know what I mean? And you have the places, you have to have a well or stuff like that. But nonetheless, the Lord is the Lord's gonna make sure, yeah, these kings, these kings of the earth is shown, and Yahawashi gonna slay them, and of course his elect, he gonna in the kingdom, they gonna know who they are. They gonna do their job righteously, and righteousness is gonna be exalted once again. Righteousness is gonna reign supreme. Everyone's gonna love peace. You know, even though we have to do a job for the first half of the year, we have to do a good old was it calling? We gotta do a calling, man, to these heathens, man, in the Esau. But I'm keep going. This is Matthew chapter 22. I'm gonna start at verse. Verse 10 says, "So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not a wedding garment. And he said unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servants, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into the outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, for many are called, but few are chosen." He's going into the whole for elect. You got the Lord is giving his trials to his men that truly love him, that is truly going to seek him to death. All right, and he's telling them in the future, if you pray, you want to be hopeful elect, he gonna give what you ask for, man. Just you gotta believe. All right. Being the proper ornaments for the husband, and the jewels for the bride, man. That's where you being all that for the Most High. You showing him that you truly love him. All right, and if you don't have that on, guess what's gonna happen? That for 2/3 of people that's gonna come as they are. That's not how it works. The Lord don't work like that. The Lord it has balance. He does not love false balance. To say that you can just come in anywhere with, that's like coming to a fine establishment with no shoes on and no shirt. You're gonna get kicked out, man. The Lord's house is a fine establishment and the best in the universe. So you think you can just come here with your willy-nilly worldly doctrine and worldly ideals and your morals that are shaped by your worldly ideals, then you're surely mistaken. The Lord's gonna make sure you kicked out into outer darkness. Your name is not gonna be written in the book of life, because you chose death. If you're not choosing the Most High YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, then you're not choosing anything. You're choosing death, man. All right, I'm keep going with this. This is Revelation 7. I'm starting verse 12. It says, no, I'll just get 13. It says, "And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, What are those which are arrayed in white robes, and whence came they? And I said unto them, Sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, These are they which came out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes, and made them white in the blood of the Lamb." So the ones that bear their cross, that announced himself for the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, the same thing he did for himself. That took his cross upon himself, and did what he had to do. He had to do the will of the Father, man, to die for Israel, for the 1/3, and for the whole for elect, for his servants and for his friends that he ultimately going to ride with, and that his servants are going to die for. They're going to die for the Lamb, the perfect Lamb that they gave his life for his people. Yeah, the whole for elect. That's what they going to do. That's what they made to do. And I'll lower up all that number. The ones that are going to ride forever. I'm gonna read 14 again. It says, and I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, these are they which came out of great tribulation, having washed their robes. All right. So great tribulation, this place Babylon, being of course the focus of the earth as well. The Lord, Esau made this whole world a wilderness, but nonetheless, yeah. That went through the straits. They went on highways and byways, street corners. It's people in Britain, the Philippines, Mexico, part of Ireland, everywhere on earth right now that's pushing the truth, and mostly here in this place Babylon that's pushing the truth as well. And the Lord's gonna call them out of them, and they're gonna earn their stripes by being faithful all the way to the very end. Lord will impart that number once again. I got to keep claiming that, because this is the times we are in. We are very close to the end, and there's no time to be dowdy. Or, don't doubt yourself, because that's all you. Don't doubt yourself, and definitely don't doubt the Lord, because hey, your inspiration. Like how Moses was, like, my mouth can't do this. Nah, you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in the Lord. Just be honest with yourself and be sincere. Follow the Lord to the best of your ability. Follow the law to the commandments to the best of your ability. Do the work of the Lord. You increase in knowledge for your people. You get better branding. Branch out. But yeah. Nonetheless, that was it right there. It says that these are they which came out of great tribulation, have washed their robes, made them white in the blood of the Lamb, man. So just like Yahawashi is gonna be the unspotted Lamb, Yahawashi is gonna make sure his servants are gonna be virgin as well. It's gonna be clean. The Lord gonna give them new bodies. Gonna make them perfect. That's that for going through that great tribulation. That's what the same thing that Yahawashi already did. The same thing that the angels wanted to do. Of course, we want to be like angels, like just being a firmament, looking over stuff, vice versa. But the Lord chose this, and ultimately we chose this. From Jeremiah 1:5, we were ordained before we were formed in the belly, man. The Lord knew us before we were formed in the belly. All right, I'm gonna keep going with this. This is John chapter 15. I'm gonna start at verse 14. It says, "Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servants knoweth not what his Lord doeth." We are servants right now, man. We know what's going on. We know the Lord's prophecies. Yahawashi is gonna give even more so, more so knowledge, man. Cause shoot, you're gonna be they're gonna be on the chariots, man. They're gonna be charged by angels. They gonna see the destruction of this place, man. The Lord is showing everything to his service, man. Just about everything they need to know, to be perfect. He gonna put the laws in every part. They're gonna put righteousness. They're gonna be reign supreme. They're gonna be righteous. So they're gonna get everything they need to get. That's like perfect textbook, man. It says, for the servants knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you, that you should go and bring forth fruit, that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever you shall ask of your Father in my name, he may give it you. All right, so that being salvation, man. The Lord is showing his friends, the ones that actually believe in the Lord Yahweh Bahashaam, that love the Most High, the Father. All right, Most High Father Yahweh, and that's following Yahweh's side to the best of their ability. All right, and unto death, basically. And the Lord saying that those are his friends. And we know the prophecy. We know about this place. You don't gotta know every single thing about this place. We know the main things. We know that this place gonna